100 gold, and a Shivas. So see what IX Mike looks to build into that next item. Perhaps he builds the AC for the team. Of course, Mech is pretty useless at this point in the game. Fluff has a Invis Rune. Will he find Simba here with a Nightmare? No, he pops it. He does get it uphill. Shivas does go out. Arrow's going to fly. Wall of Replica pop. Blink in clap is dodged by a nice blink from Big Daddy. And Net's going to go out onto Simba here, though, through the BKB. Coil is onto 3 here. Will Simba be able to get away? Ush is TPing out immediately. Split committed here from TC. Ush actually cancels his TP, but he's going to snap here. Orchid onto Kuroki. Well, Arrow's going to fly into him. They'll be able to clean it up. No! He pops the Satanic, and Kuroki mans up. Ush going to go down. He's going to get Nightmared up. And that's going to be a 2-0. And will they be able to clean up TC? No, he's able to go back to normal form and blink out in time. But now Roche is the prize in the eyes of Team Secret. Fluff on the high ground. He doesn't have a blink. He's only got a 4-staff here. Immediate buyback from Ush. Not willing to concede this Roche over. Great Satanic pop there from TB on Kuroki. He's going to man up, survive. He looked to be dead there. Point blank arrow as well as the Orchid. They're going to go immediately into the Roche pit here. And the song is not it is available here from Ush, but doesn't look like they want to contest this. And with two Kurokis, you can certainly consider high ground here for Team Secret. Things looking grim for Nyx here. Cheese going to go out onto S4. Aegis actually onto Simba. So I'm not willing to give up the 6 slots onto Kuroki. I was thinking perhaps you drop the Boots of Travel there and just man up with that Aegis. But nonetheless, Doom going to pick that up. He's got his BKB as well as Chivas. BKB sitting at only 5 seconds here, but he has 5k gold. So can't really replace anything at this point unless he puts his BKB in base for now. Buyback was used by Ush. He's going to push out the top wave. Kuroki is postured up in the jungle here, so he could find Ush in the lane, but doesn't seem like he's willing to do so. Simba farming up the jungle. Fluff going to drop a ward here on the high ground. Actually, that was already there, so just doing some scouting. He does have a gem, yep, so doing some scouting. Perhaps can find this ward if he thinks to check here. Arrow is going to scout that ward out, and he'll jump to the high ground and will Whitebeard. Actually, jump in from Big Daddy. He's going to whiff the Impale, but he will get a Hex as well as a Finger. Moonlight Shadow Pop, Shiva's and Illusory Orb, and the Coil and Level Death. All committed for Fluff and stuff here. He does have buyback. And a lot of ultimates committed, so perhaps Nyx looks to even go in here, but they are fighting into an Aegis. Illusory Orb, Scouting Orb going out here from S4. Kuroki going to look to push in mid lane. He's got his real image here. Real hero, I should say. They don't look to go into him, though. They're just going to clean up his images for now. He tries to go to the top lane and rat down this barracks here. Arrow going to fly. Is going to hit on Big Daddy. That's a 5-second arrow. He does force away from the fight, though. And nice Riptide harass going in from Ush here. He's almost able. Jump in, clap is phase shifted. Split used, though. And the cheese used from S4. So they bait in the split from TC. But Boulder toss out onto Simba. They're going to pop the Aegis here. All the meanwhile, Kuroki split pushing into mid lane. They will glyph here for him and go back towards him. He will be able to pick up IX Mike, though. Surge away. One more right click. Gonna pick him up here. Instant buyback. T3 will go down in the mid time in the back lines. Arrow gonna fly out. It's gonna hit on S4. Will TB to be able to clean him up. 2 more right clicks from TC. No, phase shift. Impale out onto Whitebeard here, and S4 will be able to blink away. Whitebeard will go down in the background. In the meanwhile, Kuroki trying to clean up the top lane here. Ush is down for too long. Fiend's gripped onto Curl, as well as the Ion Shell going into him, but will it be enough? No, he's still got Sunder. He puts it into IX Mike. He will surge away. He will get hit with an arrow here. Negative Earn Chart, blink and clap from TC. Few right clicks out onto Curl, but Curl's way too tanky here. He's going to pop the Satanic and live up and get his life, and this is going to be GG here, guys. GG is called. From Nyx, really good game 1 Dota Pit Season 2, offering some great Dota for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Morris, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and this is Team Secret winning game 1 over Sneaky Nyx Assassins in the Group B group stage matches. That unfortunately takes Sneaky Nyx Assassins to a record of 1-4 so far in the Dota Pit group stage in Group B. So unfortunately for them, if they are not able to pick up a win here, they will be sitting at a lowly 1-5, having tied one best of 2 and losing the other 2. So we'll see if they're able to come back with redemption. They're really admirable play from both sides. You know, say Whitebeard was a standout player for Nyx here. Of course, Kuro just a beast there. I think altogether, Secret just playing well to protect him and get him fat. No one really standing out too much for them. Simba was really well with his did really well with his positioning and his BKB and Doom usage. So able to clean up Ush in that last fight, and that sealed the game for them after his early buyback, trying not to concede the Roshan there. So well played from both teams. Secret, of course, taking the win here. This is Dota Pit Season 2, Group B, Group Stage Matches. I am Maurice, please, your resident Canadian Dota caster, and this is Sneaky Nyx Assassins versus Team Secret. So we'll have Game 2 coming up for you guys real soon. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Maurice, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster on this Tuesday, October the 14th. Good afternoon to all you in the Americas, and good evening to you in the Central European time zone. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Game 2 to come up. So wait here with us, guys. We will be back real soon. Within a couple minutes, I'll jump right into the lobby. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm Maurice, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and we'll be back in just a moment for Game 2 of SNA versus Secret. Ain't no rest for the wicked, and money don't grow on trees. This is Dota Pit Season 2 Group Stage, Group B matches. This is Game 2 of Sneaky Nyx Assassins versus Team Secret. Thanks for joining me again, guys. I am Maurice, please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. Had a really exciting Game 1 here. Secret did come out on top in just over 50 minutes. TB up versus Naga Siren. TB did prevail. However, a little bit of a misplay. Ush, a very good carry player, very capable carry player. I don't want to call him out in any respect, but a little bit of a misplay from him in the bot lane, getting a little aggressive after they killed Kuroki.
Radiant team
looking to push solo, and he did die to the other 4 heroes of SNA. So not saying that was necessarily the turning point of the game, but perhaps they could have got a little more done as a 5-man push there. It does seem like we have a stand-in for Nyx here. Looks like IX Mike is out. Perhaps he's tilting after that Game 1. Gonna check to see if he said anything on Twitter here. IX Mike. No, doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like he's tilting, but perhaps not able to play this game here, guys. So Game 2 here, SNA versus Secret. Thanks again for joining me, guys. This is Dota Pit Season 2, Group B, Group Stage matches on Tuesday, October the 14th. Good evening to you those of you in Central Europe, and good afternoon to all of you in the Americas. First ban is Puppy's Enigma here from Sneaky Nick's Assassin. Don't want to see that. Terrorblade actually banned by Secret. Looks like Curl, despite the win, doesn't want to have another 50+ minute game going on here. So thanks to Sapphire, as well as Sennheisen, Tessero, AMD, and Twitch for hosting the tournament, and all of you at Dota Pit. Really solid tournament. A lot of good teams here, likes of Secret, Nyx, C9, quite a few other here teams as well. So if you guys haven't already, please go ahead and purchase up your ticket on the Dota 2 store for $9.99 USD, and 12.5% of your contribution will go towards the prize pool, which was based at $75,000 for this season 2. So Death Prophet ban does come out from SNA here, banning that away from S4. A little bit of reserve time eaten into by both teams. We'll see what the response ban is from Secret. Tinker, Empire, Complexity, Secret, VP Polar, Power Rangers, Evil Geniuses, SNA, of course, Fnatic, Moscow 5, Cloud9, 4 Anchors and Sea Captain, Hellraisers, Navi US, and Denial is the lineup for Dota Pit. So pretty awesome lineup here, guys. Lots of Dota to be played, a lot of BO2s left, as you saw from the chart, courtesy of Liquipedia. So SNA is currently sitting at lowly 1-4. Hopefully they're able to redeem themselves here and save your rares if you bet on them for the 10% value bet. They are a 10% underdog versus Secret here, and they certainly didn't look like one in game 1. They look more like a 45% underdog. So if you did, hopefully they're able to redeem your rares, as well as redeem themselves a decent record here. Already tying up against Empire, losing 2-0 to VP Polar, and of course they are 0-1 against Secret right now. So they're going to ban out the Tiny for Secret, and IO is going to be picked up first for SNA here. So little odd that the Tiny is banned out, and despite that the Wisp is picked up for SNA, but perhaps they have another hero in mind, maybe a Legion Commander, maybe Sven, of course, something that Secrets run quite a bit. So we'll see what they end up doing here for either side. Thanks again for joining me, guys. Really long first game. Thank you for being patient with the delays here today, courtesy of Aces Rock Dream League. And I am Maurice Pease, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. This is game 2, the last game of the day. We do have a double header tomorrow. I want to say tomorrow. It might be 2 days from now. Yes, 2 days from now, actually. Tomorrow we have EG versus 4 Anchors and Sea Captain, so a really good matchup there. 2 days from now, we have a doubleheader for Denial Esports, first versus Empire, second versus Virtus Pro Polar. So be sure to join me for that, guys. Other than that, thank you so much for your support. And we'll see what we get underway with this draft here. So MJW been standing in for quite a few teams. Seems like a very capable player lately. Been bouncing around from team to team for whoever needs him. So your resident Dota 2 mercenary, I should say. Magnus going to be picked up, first pick for S4 here. Certainly very good hero up against the Wisp. Pretty much a free RP most of the time on 2 up against the combo of Wisp +1. So certainly a very good hero for S4 regardless of the team he's playing against. But up against that Wisp, S4 will look to have a much more impactful game than he did in game 1 on his puck. Not that he played poorly, but just Sneaky Nick's Assassin did a very good job of shutting him down with that early Orchid pickup. Not early Orchid, but support Orchid pickup from Whitebeard. Really did a lot of work against his puck. So.
10 seconds remaining.
Earth Shaker.
ES going to be picked up.
Radiant
probably for Puppy here, perhaps for Big Daddy. Both very capable players on this hero. Perhaps they look to go with the Coddle Earthshaker combo for Secret here. Very potent combo early game. Earthshaker, one of the heroes that's kind of mana dry early on, so Chakra Magic does help him out quite a bit. So I was just looking at the profile pictures here It looks like young Gohan for Kuroki.
5
Pretty
seconds
awesome.
remaining.
We'll see what the response is here. It looks like Matt Diamond going to be picked up here from
Radiant
Sneaky Nick's
team
Assassins. So perhaps that will be for Whitebeard here, or Fluff and Stuff. We'll see. I'm not sure who the Wisp player is generally, but I would think it would be Fluff and Stuff. He's usually in the 5 role.
10
So I'm not sure
seconds
how comfortable
remaining.
he is on the IO. Wisp
Dire
Skyrath
team
can
back.
actually be run mid, and has been run mid by quite a few teams. Not extremely recently, but surely not too long ago either, and it's not too rare. So this could even be a
Radiant
TC
team
Skyrath
back.
mage in the mid lane, who would definitely do well up against the Magnus, and Magnus is certainly a hero you want to shut down. Naga Siren going to be banned out from Secret. They don't want to deal with Ush is Naga Siren. Once again, Medusa actually going to be the ban from Sneaky Nick's Assassin.
10
So a couple
seconds
very
remaining.
strong late game hero bans. Doom going to be banned out from SNA.
Dire
They don't
team
want to see
back.
that Simba off lane Doom once again. Was pretty annoying. Probably lost them a few team fights with that Doom. And certainly was not the most ideal pick-off target to the Bane Mirana roaming combo with his large HP pool. Centaur going to be banned out from
Dire
Secret. We'll look to see
team
what they pick up here in this ban phase. Or in this pick phase, I should say. Second pick phase. They have used pretty much all of their reserve time to this point. So we'll see if they're able to pick this one up fairly soon here. All the heroes pretty much available for Secret at this point. Of course, you generally will not see a Court
10
Earthshaker, although it
seconds
is
remaining.
possible if you watch Demon's stream, Jimmy Ho's stream
Radiant
from time to
team
time.
pick.
And has even been done in Pro Dota now and then. Enchantress going to be picked up here for Puppy. So it does seem like we will see a Big Daddy Earthshaker in the 5 and Puppy on the Enchantress. Obviously, Puppy very good with these roaming, early ganking micro heroes like Chen and Enchantress. So a little bit of a throwback for him. And
10 seconds
we'll see what the
remaining.
response is from SNA here. So it looks like early work
5
is going to be
seconds
put in
remaining.
here from Secret, trying to shut down many of the
Reserve
heroes
time.
before this relocate combo is online for the Wisp +1. And I really like that idea, especially into the late game. A few impetus shots into a Wisp is pretty much a Wisp's death. Especially considering that Wisp often builds Urn and Bottle and things of that nature, which don't increase its overall health pool. And Impetus is pure damage, yep. And there's never really a BKB on an IO. If your IO is that farmed, it's probably way too late into the game. So really like that Enchantress pickup from Secret. They have the long range initiation of the Fisher as the Centaurs are coming in, or even the Tomatoes, the Hellbear Smashers, as well as the net that the Troll Warlord
Reserve
provides. So
time.
Omni Knight actually going to be the pickup here for
Dire
SNA.
team pick.
So where is Sir Action Slacks when you need him? Omni Knight going to be picked up here. It looks like that'll be a core Skyrath Mage, as we do have the Wisp and the Omni. So nice, very interesting draft here from Nick's Assassins, and certainly one that I'm gonna enjoy seeing. I'm gonna tweet right now to Sir Action Slacks. So Timbersaw is actually the pickup from Secret here. So pretty awesome hero for Fly in the off lane, and Storm Spirit picked up for
Dire team back.
TC in the mid. Very throwback drafts from both teams. I'm loving this draft. So far, pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, I mean, Storm, a lot of initiation here. It
10
looks like he
seconds
might be
remaining.
safe lane. They might run the dual IO Skyrath still in the mid.
5 seconds
Of
remaining.
course, if with a melee hero like Magnus, Storm
Radiant
plus
team
Wisp in the
back.
mid is a lot of static remnant spam, so that's possible there as well. Tide ban from Secret does come out. We do see, of course, core Skyrath here, and Timbersaw will be in the off lane, and Magnus. So the lanes are a little more predictable here for Secret than they are SNA. SNA can do a couple different things, but generally you will see the Wisp, Skywrath together, and perhaps the Storm in the safe lane or the mid, with Skywrath, Mage, and IO taking the other of the two. So we'll see what the one position, or the off lane position for that matter, comes out for SNA here.
Dire team pick.
They did ban out the Tide, so they are expecting an off lane. Anti-mage ban comes out from SNA here. Of course, we're still expecting a 1 from Secret, not expecting Kuro to play Timbersaw, but he could play a Core Earthshaker here. Who knows at this point, although Core Earthshaker not the best into Omni Knight, as it does rely somewhat on his Enchant Totem crit, and Omni Knight, of course, good against physical damage, and with the Repel, good against magical as well. So of course, the Timbersaw's toolkit does not pierce spell immunity, but it is pure damage, so we'll do quite a bit of work. Clinks is going to be the pickup here for Kuro, so extremely exciting draft here for you guys. Pretty awesome stuff. Looks like we'll see pretty standard lanes from Secret, though. Probably the safe lane try with Clinks there, or perhaps the aggressive try lane, but Enchantress generally needs a creep. So probably safe lane try with the Clinks, Timbersaw in the offlane, Magnus in the mid. We'll see what the final pickup here is for Ush, presumably Ush, unless he plays that Skywrath Mage in the 1 position, or even the Storm. We could see Ush on the Storm and TC on the Skywrath here. That's actually probably what I'll predict. And this will be an MJW hero with Fluff on the Wisp and Whitebeard on that Omni Knight. So really nice drafts from both teams. Definitely two teams that I consider to be versatile in the draft at the start. TC actually going to pick up the 1 position Mirana here. So it does look like we'll have a Wisp Mirana combo. They will relegate Skywrath to the support role here. And Ush will play the Storm Spirit, as I mentioned. He's crazy on this Storm Spirit. So we'll get into the game shortly here, guys. Just want the heroes to select here. I'm going to throw this up on yeah, so we're just waiting for them to load in here, guys. I'm going to just throw this up on Twitter. Looks like we are in the game. Yep, so just going to introduce the teams for you guys. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Morris Pease, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. We do have Fly on the 1 position Timbersaw. Looks like my sound is a bit low here. I'm going to turn that up. Make sure my Dota is up. Yep. So we do have Simba or Fly on the 3 position Timber. Kuroki is on the 1 position. Clinks S4 in the mid lane on the Magnus. Puppy on the 4 Enchantress. And of course Big Daddy on the 5 Earthshaker. In the bot lane we have Fluff on the Wisp, as I had mentioned, as well as Whitebeard on the Cloud Forged gear with the Skywrath here. So looking pretty sweet. Ush is going to be on the 1 position Storm Spirit in the safe lane. Really excited to see the play from him. TC in the mid on Mirana is going to be up against the Magnus of S4, and MJW in the off lane on his Omni Knight will look to do pretty well with 8 tangos and a clarity. He'll drop a nice ward here to give him some information about whether or not he's being ganked, and going to be a lot of support, a lot of harass, I should say, offered from the support combo of Whitebeard's Skywrath and Fluff's IO. So we could see Kuroki solo in the off lane here. Perhaps Big Daddy looks to just go down and support him. I thought he's too late to block the creeps here, unfortunately. So Kuro will have to try and body block and doesn't do an excellent job of that. Of course, Klink's not one of the biggest heroes in the game. Enchantress right into the jungle, so it does look like an aggressive dual lane here. A solo matchup is Timbersaw versus MJW's Omni Knight, and MJW will do just fine here. He won't be able to be killed, presumably. He has the purification here. He can man up right up against Simba and purify, but he does lose the stats from Whirling Death. Of course, we have the last hit denies, and yeah, MJW doing very well up against Simba here. He doesn't have reactive armor yet. He's gonna pop a salve already, and so MJW doing well with those 7 tangos here. S4 doing really well in the mid up against TC. He's 6-1 up against the only 1-0 of TC. He doesn't even get a deny there off on that creep. So TC gonna pick up a few last hits under the tower, and TC very capable mid player, of course. Aggressed on again is MJW by Simba. Looks like Ush is being blocked out in this bot lane. He'll pop a remnant and walk towards the trees, but a few searing arrow shots will not be enough to clean him up. He'll salve up here. Hopefully does not get scouted by Kuro and have that canceled. He will even drop a remnant for clear vision, and they will go out onto Kuroki, but they have no detection this early, unfortunately. So still is a Fisher here plus some right clicks. We'll look to see if they go. Actually, Puppy rotating down with some Centaurs as well as the Wild Wing, but the Wild Wing actually going to get finished off. He's even got the cold attack here from the Ghost, so we'll keep an eye on this bottom lane for sure. In the meanwhile, S4 does pick up a double damage rune, and we will see Big Daddy rotate a little bit away here with Puppy. Ush is going to be babysat. He's 9-1 up against the 5-1 of Kuro's Klinks here, so MJW doing well at 9-0 up against the 5-2 of Simba. So as I had mentioned, he's doing really well. He's not even leveling Repel. He does level one level of that now. He does put one skill point into that, I should say. Does have his degen as well as his purification up, though. Is going to need a soul ring sooner than later on this Omni Knight. So can purify to get this last hit, as well as put some harass into Simba, but will not do so. Looks like Ush is just free farming up this bottom lane, 13-1. Magnus doing extremely well in mid up against TC, though, especially with that double damage rune and the ability to shockwave harass this Mirana, who has a pretty low health pool early on. Looks like Puppy's rotating into the mid lane. He's got a shockwave available, and TC going to be able to leap up to the high ground. Very nice play by him. Puppy's still going to look to chase him down, but he can actually solo kill Puppy here with a Starstorm. Shockwave is going to land. A couple right clicks go out, and the tower harass. He can actually jump forward and Starstorm, but he doesn't have enough mana, and Leap is on cooldown. So Shockwave harass still going into TC here. Will be a Shockwave coming up from S4, as well as a Skewer if he wants it. Nice body blocks from Poppy there. Well played by him. He'll even clean it up with the Shockwave on that Enchantress. So solo kill XP going the way of S4 there. But in the meanwhile, there was a kill on Big Daddy bottom lane. First blood, however, does go to Puppy. So I was gonna say S4 there, but to Puppy in the mid lane. So he does get the first blood gold, but 1-for-1 across the map. However, mid solo dying for 5 position Earthshaker, certainly worth it. Of course, that will lose out on a bit of farm there for Puppy, as he had to rotate in, but nonetheless doing very well. So this Omni Knight is doing well here. Probably the good feel-good story of the early game for SNA here. He's sitting at 17-3 up against the 17-4 of Simba. So Fly does have his bottle now, and 700 gold out for MJW. He will get his clarity canceled there from a right click. Unfortunately, he's sitting at 355 Musi to the 340 of Simba, but of course Degen Aura will bring him down around 300 whenever he's in range. With that reactive armor skilled up twice now, though, Simba is going to be king of this lane. Early on certainly went the way of MJW here. A little bit of tornado harass from Puppy out in the mid from this Wild Wing Ripper. Pretty annoying stuff there. Ush, though, 23 and 6. Does he have dust? They have dust, but they pop it too late here. Perhaps Fluff should have used the tether to Whitebeard to get in range for that dust, and unfortunately they waste their detection mid. Puppy really making this mid lane hell for TC. Of course, Magnus is really what this secret lineup will be running off of in the mid lane, as well as the Timbersaw. So, very smart decision from them to keep the middle lane in his favor. So, MJW gonna find a couple last hits here. He'll actually get chakrammed up. He's really low on mana. He's got 3 magic stick charges, but should definitely be careful. Simba gonna rotate towards the 6-minute rune here, and actually, Fluff's gonna get skewered down trying to get the rune, but the Fisher block's actually gonna stop anyone from getting the regen, and it looks like it might have been picked up there from S4 and immediately canceled thereafter. Actually was denied. It was denied by Fluff and stuff on the way back because both of them have bottles. So a little bit of farm here from both Fluff's level 4 IO and level 3 Whitebeard Skywrath Mage here. We'll take a look at the levels so far. Pretty even across the board. Of course, the supports are pretty poor. Puppy having to rotate in and do a lot of harassing to this mid. So with the charm going out just before the leap, they won't have enough to kill off TC's Mirana. Already having used the net here. So Puppy pretty poor in this early game. Hasn't gotten too much done. Was able to get the first blood on TC. TPs are here though from Fluff and stuff. He'll drop a lane ward here. That'll see quite a bit on the high ground. TC will look to find some last hits underneath the tower here, and should be pretty successful in doing so. But S4 going to posture up forward and put some shockwave harass into him very smartly. So a concussive shot does go out bot lane. Arcane orb out onto Puppy. Jump forward from Ush, and the pull back will be able to clean him up with the electric vortex. Arrow went out mid lane, seemed to have whiff on S4 from TC, but TC Duff has his bottle, his brown boots, and Wraith Band up. He'll crow that bottle back to base here. MJW does have his arcanes up finally, so doing pretty well in this lane, sitting at 34 and 8 up against the 33 and 8 of Simba. So very easy win lane here. Both combatants have their arcane boots up. MJW will use a couple of his stick charges there. He'll purify, a little bit of lag there, sorry. EE build coming out from Kuroki with that Aquila Soul Ring early. He'll be fairly tanky in terms of physical damage, and will always be able to use up that death pack to give him a higher HP pool. So Ush is waiting in the wings here. He is seen. He is seen from Kuroki, so they do have this ward here, so we'll see if that was pinged out. They actually do Moonlight Shadow underneath that aggressive Dire ward, and it seems like they did notice Kuroki backing off here. It's Moonlight Shadow, so he's not able to pop it, but he will find Whitebeard here and perhaps look for a solo kill. He doesn't have Strafe though, so probably impossible for him. We'll see if he looks to death pack this creep here. He does. Puppy will charm up one of these creeps here. Looks like RP went out bottom lane onto Ush, but he's able to zip around with this Wisp here as well. And actually will pull in Big Daddy with a static remnant and aggress onto him, and the spirits and the purification will be enough to clean him up, guys. I might have to reconnect after this engagement. Lagging a bit here. Blink back from S4. Jump forward from Ush. Electric overload into Puppy. Degen Aura there too, but mass TPs from the side of Guardian Angel pop from MJW. Mass TPs from Secret. Nice purify into 2. Looks like MJW will go down there. He will be the casualty of war for Nyx. 1 for 1 in the bot lane. Actually 2 for 1.
Dire's middle tower
Going the way of Team Secret there. So Ush getting chased down by Simba here. He'll be able to zip out of the chakram and avoid the whirling death. And he'll be just fine. Just going to reconnect here quickly. Looks like this T1 will go down for the side of Secret, guys. Just give me a quick second. Hopefully we can get these issues rectified. Thanks again for joining me. I'm March Please, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. This is Dota Pit Season 2 Group B group stage matchups with sneaky Nyx Assassins versus Team Secret. So thanks again for joining me, guys. See if the lag issues are fixed anytime soon here. Get this crap out of here. Jump forward, Fisher as well, but S4 just behind the Fisher, not quite synced up with Big Daddy there, looking for Whitebeard in the mid lane. And Ancient Seal, concussive shot out onto S4. He'll get hit with a Star Storm as well, but there's just not enough follow-up there from TC, as he had already used the Star Storm and the arrow. So Ush farming well. He's well on his way to his Orchid here. Just does about have the first Oblivion staff. Take a look at the net worth. He is second overall, just behind S4's Magnus, but Kuroki doing very well, having no deaths to his name, 1-0-1. And actually TC solo kill. Nope, Fisher used as well. TC gonna die mid. Sorry about that, guys.
Top tower is under attack.
2 S4 as well as Big Daddy. They're gonna put some harass into this mid lane tower as well. In the meantime, Kuroki and Fly picking off MJW's Omni Knight in the top lane. So a couple of kills there. Sorry guys, reconnecting in the game, a little discombobulated here, but it does seem like the lag was fixed. So looks like Nyx will be able to stave off this push mid. However, they should certainly be worried at this point. They don't transition very well into the late game with Mirana Storm as their cores, and up against a Clink's Timbersaw. I would certainly favor Team Secret here. So they do have the Omni Knight, so that will stop a lot of the Clink's toolkit. But he's going towards the mech on the team, so he certainly won't have his Ags up anytime soon. TC in the mid lane does only have Phase Aquila up, so he's doing extremely poorly by virtue of the fact that Puppy was pretty much harassing him all early game. And two teams catch a glimpse of each other as Big Daddy and Magnus S4 exit the Radiant jungle through the river there, but no engagement gonna happen here. Posturing up mid from 4 heroes, everyone minus Kuroki on the side of Secret, and they will just look to land the Fisher onto TC, but he will leap to avoid that, and they won't look to go in. Perhaps they look to push the tower now. Creep is here to scout around from Puppy. He's even able to de-ward that ward placed by Fluff earlier. Looks like S4 and Big Daddy were looking for a kill on MJW here. He doesn't rotate towards the shop, so he'll be just fine.
Middle tower is under attack.
And in fact, smoke rotation from 2 more from Seeker. They're going to look to take this top tower, bait out Kuroki for it.
Radiant's top tower
it doesn't
is
look
under
like
attack.
at this point Nyx is going
bottom
to bite.
tower
So
is
they
under
do lose that top tower.
Radiant's top tower
They know
has
that no
fallen.
one else is visible on the map at this point. Nice dire ward on the cliff placed here by Puppy, as well as a sentry ward here. So he'll do some scouting with the creeps there. Fisher, Chakram, Whirling Death, and the Timber Chain even going into Whitebeard there. Skywrath Mage going to be dropped. Arrow does hit from TC, but it's too close for them to re-engage, and
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
the Wisp was not there in the fight there. So 1-0, clean pickup here. Repel does go out onto Ush, but it's probably a little early, so maybe they'll wait for that again. Let's say level 2 Repel. Jump forward from Magnus. Timber Chain, Whirling Death, 1 more right click. Nice purification from MJW. Couple right clicks going into Simba here. Ush jumping in from long range. He's going to pick off Simba. Use up most of his mana pool. It looks like that'll sound the retreat for most of Secret here. Jump forward, RP on 1. And Ush going to get hit by the Fisher as well. He'll get cleaned up though. Echo Slam on 2 from Big Daddy. Arrow's going to hit into Puppy here. And Guardian Angel used, but the Nature's Attendants will heal up Puppy here, and it looks like they'll bring down a 2-for-1 there, with Timbersaw dying and the Skywrath and the Wisp going down. Nice Echo Slam from Big Daddy. Nice purification from MJW there, and good heals from Fluff to keep up Ush on his way out. He's going to need this Orchid real soon to deal with this Clinks. He does dust him up there, and nice kill. MJW rotating in with the purification to clean up Kuroki's Clinks there. That's a huge kill. As you can see, 1,300 experience and 900 gold swing, 1,000 gold swing, I should say, going the way of Nyx for that kill. But they're going to have to snowball off this. They're going to have to get this Orchid up real soon. It is up in 400 gold. 375 gold, I should say, for Ush, and he's gonna have to start doing quite a bit of work with it when he gets it up. Looks like immediate Ags rush from Simba here after the bottle and arcade boots, excuse me, picked up. He may be going Bloodstone, but Ag's pretty good against the Wisp combo, Wisp +1 combo with double chakram there, so we'll see what Fly chooses to go for. He does have 1100 gold here, so we'll see what he ends up picking up soon. Puppy's got his urn. Mech does now come out for MJW. Of course, Blink was out for S4 a little while back, and it looks like
Dire's top tower
he's going
is under
just for his
attack.
magic stick here. Yep, magic wand, I should say. And it looks like BKB. Three-man smoke
Radiant's middle
from
tower
Secret.
is under attack.
Kuroki does have a blink here, so a little unorthodox build from him. He'll just look to blink forward with a Fissure or RP initiation. They will find Ush in the mid lane with an RP, and Skewer gonna kill him off before he's able to zip away. Nice pick off from them, highest priority target, and kill goes once again the way of Puppy here. They're gonna take this mid lane with ease. There is a glyph that will be used because, of course, the glyph refreshes here after T1s go down. Repel out onto Whitebeard. He's just going to look to put some harass into S4. But Fisher going to go out on him. Shockwave, Whirling Death. And Kuroki's right click going to be the one to clean it up there. So really nice couple of pickoffs as well as a tower going the way of Secret. And this early game is going far better for them than it should up against a Skywrath Wisp, Mirana, Storm Spirit, Omni Knight. So zoning Fissure coming out from Big Daddy here. Port in from Ush. Will he get repelled up and go in? We will see. Arrow flies out. Does only land on an Alpha Wolf for TC, but he will pick that off. Repel put onto Ush. But by the time he jumps in, it'll be pretty much dead. He jumps in. He does Orchid up Simba here. There is no RP for S4, but he will get Shockwave and Skewered back. And Echo Slam from Big Daddy here. Gonna clean up Ush. That's pretty much game at this point. MJW's Purification not enough to clean up Simba. Will he look to TP out here? He doesn't have enough money, money to do so. Perhaps he should have just Guardian Angel TP'd out. Skewer was down. Yeah, but the toolkit of Big Daddy would have been able to clean him up regardless. 3-0. It looked like just kind of a last stand there from SNA with that kind of overzealous jump from Ush's Storm Spirit there. So 3-0 is calculated as a 2900 experience swing as well as a 2300 gold swing in the way of Secret. Fissure out, point blank arrow onto S4, but he'll skewer away and he'll be just fine. Jump in from Ush is going to pull in Big Daddy. He's going to Orchid him up. He's the only one with disables here, but jump in, RP, Shockwave, Impetus, and the Chakram going to clean up Ush here. They do finally find S4 and Big Daddy, but Impetus going to clean up Whitebeard as well. And triple kill for Kuroki. That's game pretty much at this point, guys. Not to call anything too early, but Clinks versus this lineup, it's just too easy though, as far ahead as he is now, as much as Ush has died after getting that Orchid up. So unfortunately for this flashy lineup of Nyx, mid-game looking really poor, and that was the point where they really needed to shine. They don't have much push power, which is the unfortunate part. They do have a lot of pick-off power, but the fact that the score is 17-7 in the favor of Secret at only 19 minutes into the game up against a lineup like Storm Spirit, Skywrath, Wisp, Mirana, Omni Knight, you should be extremely concerned, and pretty much the game would be more or less over. As you can see, 10,000 net worth lead generated, 7,500 experience lead generated from Secret. Take a look at the hero levels. 13 on both Clinks and Simba. The closest is the 3 cores, all sitting at 11, tied with S4 for Nyx. And yeah, they're now S4 is ahead, so all 3 cores ahead of the 3 cores, as you would expect for Secret doing this well. They look to go into the Roche pit here. This was pretty much scouted out. TC will fire an arrow off. It's gonna not hit on anyone. Unfortunately, it just kills off the Alpha Wolf. Skewer out onto Ush. He'll be able to zip to the high ground. A smart play from him. He'll drop a Remnant for some clear vision. He'll be purified. He can zip back down in. They will clean up 2-0 right here. Kuroki is still in the pit, but they don't see him. and Simba will get away to the high ground. Kuroki will blink away, so they only get 2 supports really. So nice little trade-off there for them. Actually, buyback does come out from Puppy there, so that they don't lose the Roshan. But arrow gonna fly. It's gonna miss on Puppy, and looks like everyone content to just back off of Roche at this point. Scouting Chakram out there from Simba. But nothing was really gained elsewhere on the map, which is the problem here. Orchid does go out, or Ancient Seal does go out, as well as some spam. Arrow does miss on Simba though from TC, and a Fisher gonna land on 2. Jump in, double RP, skewer back on 2. Skywrath gonna drop quickly, Purify and tether out, relocate out from the Wisp. In the backlines, Ush gonna pick off Puppy's Enchantress, so 1 for 1 so far. Support for support. Arrow gonna fly out, gonna split the wickets. Unfortunate for TC, doesn't hit on anyone. And we'll see to look if they re-engage here. Fisher does go out. Shockwave, is there a blink forward? No. Nice purification from MJW as Kuroki goes in. Do they have detection here? Doesn't seem like it. Jump in, pull, and the Static Remnant. Nice Guardian Angel will be able to clean up Big Daddy. Echo Slam pretty much whiffs. Ush gonna go in on S4. He's gonna clean him up as well. And the throws are real from Secret here, guys. Mid-game advantage being taken aback by Ush and his crew for SNA. Looks like a 2,300 gold swing in their favor, 2,800 experience swing in SNA's favor as well. Albeit Kuro did not die here. He did build a Bloodstone, little awkward build for him, a little bit of an awkward build, but perhaps he's looking to find solo picks and therefore get up those charges and become a fountain of health, more or less. So we'll see what Kuroki ends up building after this. Pretty unorthodox build with the Blink Bloodstone so far. Take a look at Ush. He is able to get up 2 pieces of his Soul Booster after that engagement there. The Courier was picked off at some point during that engagement by Secret, so unfortunate for them. Really poor Skywrath Mage, of course, sitting at the bottom. TC does have Drums Phase Aquila up, so not too far off his ultimate orb if he chooses to go Manta, which is certainly a good call versus the toolkit of Secret, especially if he was expecting an Orchid out from Clinks. But Kuro and Puppy with the Untouchable and the Ice Armor. Look how slow this Roche is attacking. Attack reduced by 20 and 90 with respect to the Ice Armor and the Untouchable. And this will be easy for Kuroki. Easy Aegis here. We'll see if he drops his Magic Stick or perhaps his TPs. Does even strafe to finish him off here. TC trying to finish off the mid with a Repel up. Arrow's going to go out right into the creep wave. He will be able to clean up the tower and leap away, but in the meantime, Aegis picked up. Moonlight Shadow picked up here. Concussive Shot going to go out onto Simba. He's going to chain back and he'll be just fine. Moonlight Shadow used simply to sound the retreat for SNA. Ush split pushing in the top lane. He will be able to clean up this tower with relative ease here. Does find the last hit, and he is building. He builds a Soul Ring, and he's looking to build a Bloodstone. Actually buys the recipe a little early there, so a little weird from him. But perhaps he was anticipating a death and just looked to buy out. We'll zip back towards base. Take a look at the item progression on both sides. Vit Booster is now out for Fluff and Stuff. He did just pick up his Arcanes as well. Mech is out for MJW. It's been out for a little bit now. Soul Ring, of course, out here for Ush now. So that's pretty good for him, especially with the Wisp to heal him back up, to give him a little extra mana. S4 does have his BKB ready when needed. So gonna be pretty much free reign for his Magnus here. We'll look at Simba's item progression. He does have a 13 charged Bloodstone at this point. So he did opt for the Bloodstone, is still going for the Aghanims with that point booster and 2,000 gold. So only 1,000 gold away from the Aghanims. And he's got 13 Bloodstone charges. So he's going to be really scary here. Kuro's walking underneath, no vision. Perhaps looks to take out Whitebeard here. We'll see if he's able to catch up. Ush actually chasing down S4. Is not able to clean him up, but a relocate in forward from Fluff and Stuff, and he tries to take him out with the Spirits, will not be able to do so. Unfortunately, didn't have a partner to do that. Actually, in the backlines, Kuro was popped, and he'll be popped again with the Ancient Seal used. from Whitebeard. Very nice kill for the side of SNA. And seems like no one got experience at all for that somehow. But a little bit buggy there, it seems. Fluff and stuff can be blink skewered. Nope, 5 seconds until the blink. Jump in, RP Echo Slam onto Ush. Really needed the repel there, unfortunately for him. And they're going to chase down Fluff here. Repel onto TC. Timber Chain right through Fluff and stuff. Very nice. Starstorm onto TC, manning up with his BKB / repel up there. He'll look to TP out. He actually cancels it. He puts the medallion into Big Daddy. Chain back from Simba. Moonlight Shadow popped here. Sentry Ward does go down though, and nice Force Staff down to the low ground from MJW. Simba gonna go down to the low ground here with a blink Chakram, but Moonlight Shadow gonna sound MJW's retreat here. He does still have a repel, but not gonna matter much versus the right clicks of Kuro. And two more Searing Arrows. Actually, nice Ancient Seal from Whitebeard keeping him up here, but that's a dead MJW with one last Searing Arrow cleaning him up. 3 for 1 in the mid lane is the trade, going the way of Secret. So Sneaky Nyx Assassins having a poor engagement there mid. 2 for 0 shown on the board. 3 for 1 overall. Ush does have not much in the way of item progression here. Maybe he has his soul booster ready fairly soon. He needs another 300 gold for that Vit booster. And Whitebeard gonna pick up Arcanes as well. A lot of Arcanes on the side of Nyx. They'll have 3 sets, which makes sense for their lineup for sure. But Ush almost has enough for his Vit booster. There it is. So he'll have his soul now. Simba doing extremely well. 17 charges on his Bloodstone. Kind of the unsung hero here for Secret. I mean, he's been really left alone in these engagements. And I mean, look at his mana regen. He's just able to let that Chakram fly. And once he gets that Ags out, he'll be real dangerous here. 2,000 gold up on him. Does he have anything on the courier? No. There is a Crystallis for Kuroki, so a little more standard build for Clinks in the way of the Crystallis. Of course, Searing Arrows does work with a unique attack modifiers now, and he has picked up a Mask of Madness here on Kuroki, so he's going to be doing quite a bit of damage. He will also drop pretty quickly if he pops that and then is sealed up here. Concussive Shot, Ancient Seal, nice Blink Forward Purification, Mystic Flare. Gonna pick off Big Daddy, but Ush gonna die mid lane to Curl, and 2 right clicks into Fluff, gonna finish him off. Not sure why Whitebeard wanted to pop the Moonlight Shadow there, but he does disjoint that last hit from Kuro, and he's able to get away, but actually will die on the back lines to a hasted Simba here. So Kuro gonna find out TC as well. Of course, he doesn't have the Orchid, so he's able to leap away, but blink forward from Kuro. He's actually gonna take a point blank arrow to the face. Nice Guardian Angel. A few more right clicks. TC's gonna man up along with MJW and finish off Kuro. Jump in from Ush. BKB pop from S4. It's not gonna be enough though. Ush still has to go. BKB is not down in time, and S4 will be able to TP out. Nice play from him. They really need to chase down Simba, but they won't be able to do so. Ush will get there just in time to kill secure Puppy, and they will find 2 return kills there after losing Whitebeard in the mid lane trying to save Fluff and stuff. So game's pretty back and forth, guys. Pretty clowny stuff for you here. Ush only 6 charges on his Bloodstone, already dying as soon as he picked it up and buying back. So he does have his Orchid Bloodstone though. That's not bad for him. Kuro very much so a glass cannon at this point in the game. But with that Death Pact up, he is pretty tanky. 2,400 gold. Eggs is now picked up for Simba, and this is going to be really tough to deal with for the side of SNA. So BKB is down to 8 seconds for S4 at this point. He's already got 1,200 gold. Perhaps he looks to go Shivas, perhaps AC. We will see. Big Daddy has Arcane's Blink, so Blink big deal here for him. And TC showing up in the top lane. He's probably going to get aggressed on here from Big Daddy. We'll see if there's a Blink Forward. Yep, Blink Forward, Fisher, Skewer, back, a Shockwave, and a few right clicks from Kuroki. Going to finish off TC here. Nice Enchant Totem as well. It seemed like from Big Daddy there, so they are able to clean up TC for free. Nice 1,100 gold swing, 2,000 experience swing going their way. TC been very underwhelming on the Mirana. He does have a full Mjolnir up, but Repel goes out onto Ush here. We'll see if he looks to jump in on Simba. Doesn't seem like he will. You will find an Invis rune in the bottom lane, so Roche still not going to be, we're not going to know when he spawns for about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Simba seen here from the bot lane. Jump in Orchid from Ush. He's going to pull him in. Mystic Flare as well. And they're going to clean him up. And that's a big kill. But RP Echo Slam on 3. Skewer back. And Shockwave going to clean up 2 right away. TC and Fluff going down. Ush still doing work with this Repel up. He's going to kill off Big Daddy as well. He'll be able to zip down to the low ground. Actually, he pops that invisibility rune. Blink forward from Kuro. MJW does have Guardian Angel up. He does pop it here. And TP out promptly thereafter with his Repel up. Smart play by him. Ush will get away with his... Invis rune. He does have 8 charges now on that Bloodstone. He still has an Orchid here, but BKB is on the ready for S4, so not sure that he'll be able to pick him up. Perhaps he finds Puppey in this mid lane. Doesn't look like he will at this point. Is he going to go on S4? He's just going to scout him out for this moment, and he will jump in on him. Arrow comes out from TC. Will land before the BKB is popped. Orchid is up and jump forward from TC just to teabag S4 in the face on that Mirana. A nice solo pick there. Safe lane T2 does go down in the meantime to the Clinks. 1500 gold swing, 2300 experience swing going the way of SNA, but they do gain 1000 gold by way of the tower, and even a little more since the last day went to Clink. So about an even gold swing, a little bit of experience going the way of SNA across the map there. Puppey's got a point booster on his way to his Aghanims. 2,000 gold away from that. He'll be able to pop Fluff and stuff really quick. Point booster out here for TC's Mirana. Not sure what the hell he's building with that thing. Certainly no Aghanims upgrade for Moonlight Shadow. Perhaps a Scotty, I think, is the most logical choice here. Boots of Travel come out for Simba. He finally did lose 4 of those Bloodstone charges. He had 17 charges, but is still sitting at 13, so still very scary. Oh, that hurt my eyes. On Timbersaw here is Simba. TP's in from S4 in the top lane. Another left to aggress on TC as well as MJW here, but they will back off in due time. And it does look like we will see an Aghanims from MJW in 1300 gold, 1220 gold or so. Shadow Walk rotation here from Kuro. He's going to find TC and MJW here with Big Daddy as well as S4. This could be a big RP Echo Slam, but Repel going to be dropped on TC very smartly by MJW. Perhaps saw the little bit of a body block going on there. Jump in, RP on 2. Shockwave, jump in, Enchant Totem. They'll kill off the Wisp real quick. TC will be able to leap away, but the Fisher from Big Daddy going to secure his death. A very nice play from Big Daddy to hold on to that Fisher. Ush actually going to jump in on Kuro and use quite a bit of his mana, but he'll walk up the high ground and be safe for now, and even TP back to base. He's got a Mystic Staff on his way to Shiva's, about 700 gold away from that, needing the Plate Mail. But with no buybacks on Mirana as well as Omni Knight. Jump in, Orchid onto Simba. Fisher goes out from Ush, but Kuro going to clean up everyone else in the back lines. And that's pretty much Rax, if not game here. For Secret, so well played to them in game 2. A little bit awkward drops from both teams. Jump in on 3, Orchid onto Big Daddy from Ush. He's not repelled up here, and he'll be able to zip away and actually clean up Earthshaker there. Nice play by him, but jump forward, blink forward from both Kuro and Simba. We'll clean him up. Ush will buy back a goad onto Kuro here. We won't be able to clean him up without detection. Unfortunately for him, we'll drop a Spirit down on the low ground, hoping that Kuro was running through it, but smartly enough, Kuro stays on the high ground, and that doesn't happen. So TP's forward from everyone. They're going to pull back Puppey and pick him off here with the Orchid, with a TC as well as Ush. TC going to come in and right-click him down. Arrow going to fly out, and 2 blinks will get away S4 as well as Simba here. And even Kuro. Lots of blinks on Secret. Blink Gaming here. Relocate forward from Ush and Fluff and stuff. Nice BKB reaction. RP onto 2. Jump in. Whirling Death. Right click going to clean up the Wisp here. Ush going to go high ground. He's going to get purified, but Kuro going to blink backwards, and looks like they won't be able to find much here. Arrow onto Big Daddy as he TPs in. Fisher going to miss on TC. Actually, he had Repel up there, so he'll be able to find him for free. Kuro still waiting in the wings here. He's going to be spotted by Whitebeard. And jump forward from Ush. Concussive shot. He will push him in. He will Orchid him up. Mystic Flare going to go through. Skewer going to be a little too late from S4. They will find Kuro there. Gonna chase out S4 here. He's got no BKB. He's got a blink in 1 second. He's able to blink away. Arcane Bolt gonna fall in, but not gonna be enough. And they will just pick off Kuro, as well as the Earthshaker Big Daddy in the bot lane. So pretty crazy game here, guys. Take a look at the graphs. They're pretty wonky. Secret's still holding a considerable lead at 15,000 net worth and around 10,000 experience. They have, however, lost on the side of SNA a melee barracks, as well as the tier 3 towers. So really, as I mentioned earlier, no pushing power here for the side of SNA. So even when they get these pickoffs, they haven't been able to take many objectives off it. Roshan is up now. We'll see if Secret look to take that as their next objective. Kuro actually blinking forward into the Radiant jungle here. He's got his full Daedalus and 3,300 gold up. He's got a regular 8 charges up on his Bloodstone. Actually, Magnus, S4 going to be picked off in the middle lane. So, a jump in Echo on 2 though. Fisher and Enchant Totem and Kuro going to clean up. Marana in the meantime. TC going down. Spirits from the Wisp going to clean up. The Earthshaker there. Ancient Seal going to go out on Kuroki, but blink forward RP, as well as the Chakram going into Ush here. He's going to get cleaned up. Wasn't able to suicide in time. Relocate was not able to come out for him as well. A 44-second respawn timer. Arrow can come out here from TC. It's not going to be enough to get S4 or Simba. And in the meanwhile, they'll also lose their courier to Kuro, who snipes that off in the backlines. He's got 4,300 gold. He's just going to go put some harass into this T3. He's going to get cussed up here. He's not going to be able to disjoint that with the Shadow Walk, as the fade time was a little bit late there. So they will clean up the wave here bottom for SNA, but things looking extremely grim for them. 4,400 gold on Kuro. He can get what he wants at this point. If he grabs up a BKB, this game's pretty much over, and I feel like that should be the pickup from him. He's got quite enough damage at this point with the crystal, the Daedalus, full Daedalus up, as well as the Mask of Madness in addition to his Strafe. So he's attacking extremely fast with both of those up, as you can see. There is an Aegis here on the Magnus. Immediate smoke from Secret here, so perhaps they look to go up mid, finish off these racks, and rotate bottom here. Scythe of Vice going to be picked up here from Simba.
Radiant's middle barracks are
really
under
good pickup for him. He is farmed as
Dire's
shit
top tower
with
is under
21 Bloodstone charges on this Timber Saw, and only getting larger and larger. 2,750 health, and he's got his Boots of Travel up as well. So they can certainly look to push with this Aegis advantage, as well as their items, before the Shivas comes out here for Ush. Not that it will matter much. Actually, the Shiva's recipe is on the courier, and he's got enough for the plate mail at this point, but he's going to have to wait that full minute for it to come back, and will probably want buyback for this next engagement, as Ush is pretty much their only hope here. Will Kuro pick up his BKB? Doesn't seem like it. Arrow goes out, does a whiff mid lane. Kuro still sitting on 5,800 gold. Eagle Song, I should say, picked up by Kuro here. So looks like he'll go for that butterfly build. Not too worried so much about Ush, I guess. But that Orchid really does hinder his ability to do work in these fights. But I guess he's really banking on the initiation from many of his heroes. Simba, Magnus, S4's Magnus, as well as Big Daddy's Earthshaker all have blinks. So 4 blinks on the side of a very nice diagonal pattern on the side of Secret here. So looks like it's just a formality at this point, folks. As you can see, Nyx choked up inside their base. Butterfly is on its way for Kuro, and they do have the Aegis, as well as quite a bit of farm on most of their heroes here. So Butterfly going to be picked up here from Kuro. This should probably sound the bell for SNA here. They're going to look to push high ground with this new item, as well as the Aegis. So well played by Secret. We'll see what if SNA is able to hold here with the Omni Knight. Is there an Aghanims up on MJW? There is. So a nice duration here for Guardian Angel, 10 seconds. will allow them to fight pretty well. They'll throw up Magnus on the high ground. S4 will be the battering ram for this push. He'll get jumped in and orchided up. He'll get pulled before he can BKB here. A few more right clicks will actually be able to pick him up with that overload from Ush. So they'll pop the Aegis quick. Arrow's going to miss from TC. Pretty poorly shot there. Smoke from Sneaky Nick's assassins in the back lines. Maybe Ush jumps in. He's going to look to pick off S4 again. If they can take this RP out of the fight, that'll be big. He actually whiffs the Echo Stomp. Big Daddy does. And RP not committed yet, but BKB charge wasted from S4 here. Jump forward from Kuroki. He'll pick off Whitebeard with 3 right clicks as Ush was in the back. Fisher onto a Chakram forward. Ush going to jump forward here. Orchid up S4. He'll pull back Simba and look to put some damage into him, but it just won't be enough. Impetus damage going out onto TC. Nice late Guardian Angel, but the pure damage from the Impetus still doing work. They won't be able to clean him up here. Arrow gonna just be dodged narrowly by Big Daddy. There is a blink forward from Kuro, but he doesn't look to want to be too appealing there. It doesn't look to be too appealing for him to jump in. Jump forward from Ush. They will have blinks out. He will go on Puppy here, and the Arrow will clean up Puppy, but in the meanwhile, Kuro on the back lines cleaning up Fluff and stuff. Nice heal onto TC from MJW. Just won't be enough though. Kuro going ham. A skewer forward, 2-man RP from S4. Ush gonna jump forward. He'll be able to clean up S4 here, as well as the Mystic Flare onto Kuro with the Ancient Seal up. But he'll clean up Big Daddy. In the meantime, Ush will not. Oh, he'll dodge the Fisher though. Jump forward and clean up Big Daddy. And Kuro gonna actually jump into base very overzealously. Double kill for Ush there, and solo kill for on Clinks in terms of the experience there. 5 for 4. Ush jumping forward here. He's gonna clean up Simba as well, guys. Stupid fight recap in the way. Actually, Simba, very nice play. Fly gonna deny himself there, but a lot of experience going the way of Ush there, having seen Clinks die, and the Shivas is there as well as 3,750 gold for Ush. Looks like Ush might be lagging here. We'll see if they need a pause in just a moment. Looks like he got his bearings back, and let's see if in the way of item progression anything comes out here for SNA. It doesn't seem like it has. There is a Staff of Wizardry on Whitebeard, as well as the Ultimate Orb out here for TC. So Scotty is still pretty far off. Actually, around 350 gold here for TC. So nothing too bad. 275 gold at this point. So TC will have his Scotty up soon. Not sure if it's quite enough. I feel like if Kuro just purchased up a BKB there, he runs through the entire team. Butterfly really unnecessary. But either way, they do have quite the lead at this point. 20,000 in net worth lead, 15,000 experience lead at this point. Arrow does fly mid. Is going to land on Puppy. That's a 5-second arrow. Ush is going to jump in from the other side of the map. Orchid up Puppy. Pull back Kuro. And Kuro will get away with no detection there. For Ush. Ush is out of mana at this point. Unfortunately, he orchided up Puppy and pulled in Kuro as opposed to vice versa. So Kuro probably still able to run away as his mana was draining out. But Scotty does come out here for TC. 3,600 gold. Looks like he's building into a Hex is Ush here, which is a very nice item against the BKB lacking lineup. Of course, 5-second BKB on S4, but that's about it. We'll see if Simba goes for his anytime soon. Actually, he's going to pick up a Shiva. So, still yet, against a Storm Spirit, Omni Knight, Mirana, Skywrath Mage, no BKBs except for S4's Magnus here. Really unusual item selection from Secret, but of course they do have a very large lead, and the later this goes, the more Ush's Storm Spirit is going to fall off. He's going to use his his Remnant for some clear vision there. Looking for S4's Magnus, but will not find him. And Kuro sitting on 4k gold. Can you buy a BKB? Is that possible? And he does. There it is. Kuro's BKB is out here, and sitting on level 25 is this Clinks with Ush and Simba. He should be able to run a muck through the entire lineup of SNA here. So we'll see what happens with this BKB up now. Perhaps they just wait for Roche on Magnus, or Simba for that matter, who is, I believe, 6 slotted actually at this point. He really is. Extremely farmed timber, sitting at 25,000 net worth, so he did extremely well for himself this game. Fly really a standout player. Ush gonna look to defend the T4s here as his teammates push into the T2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scythe of Vice now is out for Ush. He does have the Bloodstone, so not really worried about saving for buyback. He's got 10 charges on that, so hoping he's able to stave off the push here. He'll get hit with a Fisher though. Junk Bin Skewer. Guardian Angel does go out, but no repel, and the Echo Slam as well as the RP. Nice heal onto Ush though. He's still alive. And they're going to put some right clicks into S4 here. Jump forward, Hex onto Simba. There's still an Orchid here. He cleans up S4 in the meantime and zips out with the repel up. BKB block from Kuro, but he won't be able to do much with it as he's getting kited with that Scotty. Arrow goes forward. It's going to land on Kuro, but he's still got his BKB up. He'll blink out 1-0 in the bot lane. S4 going down for nothing. And good defense there. Nice hold from SNA. Really well played from MJW this game to keep Ush up as he has. TP's back from Big Daddy, gonna defend the T2 here in the top lane. It does seem like we have a talisman of evasion for TC. We'll go for that butterfly eventually. Definitely good against the Clinks, but the evasion certainly worthwhile for now. 25% for that 1800 gold. Sweet investment. 4-man smoke is from Sneaky Nick's Assassins here towards Roshan, who is up in a full 2 minutes here. So actually the full spawn here. Arrow goes out to scout Roche. Not gonna find much. They will however find Kuroki here. Actually he's invisible, but his Shadow Walk will break. He will blink to disjoint the concussive shot, but Mystic Flare, a few right clicks and the Ancient Seal look to clean him up. Kuroki gonna actually commit suicide there. Ush gonna be in the jungle doing work against the enemy team. He picked off Big Daddy. He's gonna look to pick off Puppy as well now. Arrow gonna fly. He's gonna miss on Simba, but Fluff is here with some backup. Ancient Seal goes out onto Puppy. He'll get right click down, and a Mjolnir proc from TC will finish him off. So 3-0 going the way of SNA across the map. Nice play by Kuro to deny himself. Of course, his BKB was not used there, so he still has a 9-second BKB, but Nick's looking pretty good. It's unbelievable. They were a 10% dog in this match. They could have won game 1 as well. Certainly were in contention the entire game, but TC's got 1800 gold now, almost 2k after cleaning up that wave. He'll be ever closer to his butterfly. We'll drop a Mjolnir buff onto the range group here to push the wave forward a bit. We'll see how much work that does. Actually only gets 1 proc off, unfortunately, as it was a range creep. So Ward is going to scout out Fluff and stuff here. Doesn't look like anyone's going to go on him. It'll scout him dropping a ward, so perhaps that'll be dewarded fairly soon by the side of Secret. 15 charges still on Simba's Bloodstone. He was able to get out top lane. And Kuro going to come in here. Death packed up one of these creeps. And perhaps they look towards Roshan at this point. Chakram can go out to Simba to scout. He'll actually TP towards the mid as Ush goes onto S4. Skewer back is going to miss on Ush, but the Fisher's going to hit him from behind. He's going to get hexed up. Guardian Angel goes out. He's not repelled, but he will get relocated out by Fluff and stuff, it seems. And they will pick off Puppy in the backlines. Arrow actually going to whiff onto Simba, but they orchid him up. Concussive shot goes out. RP onto Ush. But TC putting punishment into S4 is not going to be enough. No, Ush is going to go down. Will he buy back here? It doesn't seem like it. TC chasing really deep, and he'll get cleaned up as well. So 3-1 in the middle lane in the way of Secret, and they're doing extremely well now. Can certainly look to push 1400 experience swing in their favor, 2600 gold swing in their favor as well. Kuro going to clean up some of the ancient stack here from, and he didn't even use a BKB in that engagement, Kuroki. So really good stuff here for Team Secret. He actually got rid of his Mask of Madness now for that BKB, so he won't be able to clean up MJW with no disables, but he does have 3100 gold to his name. So we'll see what he builds. Perhaps he just buys travels here. Perhaps he sells that Bloodstone and maybe picks up something a little more a little more common on this Clinks. Force up from Big Daddy, doesn't want to die here, and we'll even blink out. S4 gonna solo clean up this Roshan. It seems no one from SNA anywhere close. Jump in from Ush top onto Simba. He will be able to clean him up here, and he does get him off before the suicide. So nice pickup there from Ush. However, yeah, so he'll gain 1,300 gold there. However, Roshan taken in the meantime. Chi's gonna go the way of Puppy. Looks like S4 did pick up the Aegis. That is the case, and we'll get healed up here from Nature's Attendants. Nick's backed up into their base pretty much at this point, guys. But Ush is really the only one with free reign to jump around and find picks. He's got 3,900 gold to his name. We'll look to see what he builds into. Actually zips quite a ways forward, looking for a jungling Big Daddy there, who he saw with this aggressive observer ward. So perhaps Big Daddy is now privy to the fact that there is a ward in their jungle, as he blinked out from that aggression from Ush there. So Ush 4,300 gold. Could look to build a BKB of his own so that the repel can be on a different target. May also look to just build a strict damage here. Deso, not a terrible choice, not a great one either. Scotty's pretty good. Gives him the stats and sustainability here. Kuro is really the main source of damage for Secret. Of course, Timber does quite a bit of work too, as farmed as he is. But Diffusal Blade's actually going to be picked up here from the Timber Saw here. So they're going to look to get rid of this Repel here. Very nice pickup from the overfarmed Timber. He'll get rid of his Blink for that, but he does still have the Chain and the Hex, and that'll do some real work against the Repel of the Omni Knight, and therefore maybe we will see Ush go for a BKB when that item pickup is revealed. Arrow gonna fly out, gonna whiff on everyone here. Just a scouting arrow from TC. Looks like they're gonna just push the creeps into mid and then go for a Rax elsewhere. Only bottom is the only eligible building. High ground ward here placed to give them some vision here for the dire side. As you can see, they can pretty much see into the entire base with the creep in here. Jump forward from Ush. He's going to pull onto Kuroki as well as orchid him up. Mystic Flare goes out, but blink forward RP Skewer. Guardian Angel is too late with the Echo Slam coming out. Ush immediate buyback. Jump forward onto Kuro with the right clicks from the Scotty. They're still not going to be able to pick him up, but jump forward Hex, and they finally do find Kuroki here. One more right click from Ush is not going to be enough. Oh wow, big misplay there. Aegis is going to be popped from S4. Ush is probably going to go down here, and he does. And that'll sound probably the GG's fairly soon. Ghost Scepter popped by Whitebeard. Repel still out on TC here. Will it get purged off? Not quite yet. He will look to pick off Puppy's Enchantress and will be successful in doing so. Simba going to chain, but he's not going to get to the high ground. Going to hit a tree low. Blocking Fisher here from Big Daddy, and the Repel still out. Oh, nice arrow from TC, gonna zone Simba back towards him, but he blinks. He comes forward with a Hex. A jump in from S4. Nice leap out from TC. Chain down from Simba. Kuroki gonna be able to clean up the Wisp, and the Fisher gonna secure everyone else's death. Triple kill for Kuroki here. This should be game, guys, as Ush is down for 43 seconds. Immediate buyback. Arrow doesn't land on Kuro, but they're going to clean him up with an Arcane Bolt as well as the Concussive Shot. Fisher going to go out onto TC. Double Chakram. He has no leap. Whirling Death. He will just drop a Star Storm into Simba as he dies here. Buyback from Kuro. Instant bots in from him, and this will be a free lane of Rax, if not the game here. So we'll see the GG calls probably come out here from SNA. Well played by both teams. Amazing to hang on as long as they did with such a mid-game oriented lineup for SNA. But Kuroki finally did pick up that BKB, and they go into the base of SNA and do quite a bit of work. Ush gonna jump forward here. He's not gonna find anyone. Retreating up the high ground there. We'll use a Spirit for some clear vision, but they're down 2 lanes of Rax now, and this tier 4 is soon to be cleaned up as well, sitting at 76 HP. So jump forward RP onto Ush. He's gonna miss the Skewer, but blink forward Echo Slam. Nice relocate out from Fluff and Stuff. Ush gonna jump back in. No idea where he's going. He's just gonna look to cut the creep wave and TP back home. So cheeky little play from him there, but they'll lose their T4s regardless, and that's pretty much sounding the forfeit here. Ush gonna blink forward, Hex up onto Kuro, but he won't have nearly enough to pick him off. A Guardian Angel going to be popped here, and as Secret will retreat and regroup just for a moment here as they clean up these waves with the Empower and look to finish off the throne here. No glyph for SNA. They could simply just pop BKB on Kuro and finish off. Fisher does go out onto Ush here, purified, but he's hexed up. Repel going to be purged nicely by Simba, and he's going to blink forward forever away. But that'll sound his glyph here, or his fortress here, Ancient Dying for the Radiant side. Well played by both teams. Ush gonna jump forward, one last hurrah into Big Daddy, trying to kill him off before the end of the game. Big Daddy's got a BKB though, he's so farmed at this point in the game. GG, well played. Little bit of fun there, guys. Really clowny game. Well played by both sides. Unfortunately for Nyx Assassins, they'll drop to 1-5 in the Dota pit. But really exciting game nonetheless. This is Dota Pit Season 2 Group B, group stage matches. Sneaky Nyx Assassins versus Team Secret. And Team Secret take it 2-0. Well played by them in both games. Well played by Nyx to really look comparable to Secret here. They were a 10% underdog on Dota 2 Lounge today and certainly didn't play like one, taking both games to 50+ minutes. Really good series here, guys. Thanks for joining me again. We have a game, another best of 2 tomorrow with Evil Geniuses versus 4 Anchors and Sea Captain. So 4 ASC up against EG tomorrow. I'm more HP Zero, resident Canadian Dota 2 caster. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Once again, Dota Pit Season 2. Check out buying the ticket up on the store here. It is $9.99. It comes with the Blackpool Sorcerer set for the Lich King. Is very nice, and 12.5% of your ticket purchase will contribute to the prize pool, which based at $75,000. As you can see, only $3,200 dollars have been contributed so far in addition to the original $75K. So let's support the players, support the tournament, guys. I want to thank Sapphire, Sennheiser, Taroso, Twitch, AMD, Tesoro, what was I saying, for sponsoring the tournament, guys. A lot of good Dota to be played, as you can see. I'll throw up the Liquipedia cross tables here. You can see there's VPP, C9 still have to play pretty much all of their series. Navi US still has to play all their series. Empire still has to play all but one. Secret still has to play all but one. Nyx has played 3 now, tying in one of them and losing both of them. But still, we have Tinkerino playing a bunch of their series. EG, 4ASC, VP Vanilla, and a bunch of tier 1.5 or tier 2 teams as well. So go ahead and grab your ticket, guys. Thanks so much for supporting the tournament. And me, I'm more HP, your resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, and this was Dota Pit Season 2 Group B group stage matches for Tuesday, October the 14th. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back once again tomorrow around 3:30 Eastern. That's 9:30 Central European time. So thanks again for joining me, guys. I'm Marge P0, resident Canadian Dota 2 caster, signing out, and I'll see you tomorrow.